Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome to your June 2022 sun sign reading. Thanks for stopping by today and spending some time here with me. If you like what you see, please click on that thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. All right, Spirit, tell me about Capricorn in June of 2022. Under energy, we have courage. Under events, we have a milestone. And under spirit, we have your higher self. Ooh, Capricorn, you are connecting in, or you've reached a point where you can access your higher self, or you can be your higher self more easily. You have the courage to stand up for yourself, like you feel better about yourself. You're more in touch with your higher self. You're more into, this is a milestone because I think you're beginning to understand that you're more than just human. You're more than just the body, the vessel that you are in now. You've had probably multiple lifetimes as multiple beings, multiple types of beings, and you're able to tap into this higher self, you understand, you have knowledge and power that is beyond ego, beyond this world and science and religion and all the ways that different types of people try to explain different things. I think you have access to a higher realm, your higher self, and it's centered in love, and it's centered in growth. I feel like you've been striving, this is something you've been striving for, you've been trying to understand something, or you've been asking about something, or you've been praying for something. In June, that milestone, the hard work that you've put into developing your energetic self, your spiritual self, it could be just trying to develop your, not just you, but your circle of friends, or your social group, or your family, or trying to explain things, or trying to share knowledge and wisdom that you don't understand necessarily where it comes from, and you can't explain how you know certain things, and so there's this milestone that in June you finally reach, that you come to some kind of understanding. You are able to say something that you weren't able to say before, and your courage is paying off, because I want to say up to this point it's been a difficult road, because not everybody sees things the way you do. Not everybody has the ability that you do to access something that is beyond this world, beyond your body. And it's like, in June, you find a way to make that more accessible or more reliable, that you can show people, or that people are noticing or seeing, like, maybe there is something to what you're saying. Maybe there is something to what you talk about and what you believe, and, these kinds of things. All right, let's find out some more. Tell me more, Spirit, about Capricorn in June. What else is there to know in June for Capricorn, Spirit? Under mountain, we have clarity. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. There's clarity. There's some milestone here. It's easier to access, or it's easier to understand, or it's easier to express something. There's clarity there. Under gravity, we have groundedness. Yes, you're able to ground the information better. You're able to ground yourself so that things come across in a better way and understood better. Under North, we have expansion. Yep, you understand that expansion of your mind, body, soul. And under Earth, we have home. Okay. To me, this, especially since there's space here in the North, like North Star, what I was saying earlier, that you possibly have lived past lives as other beings. So I'm referring to alien beings. If you are not familiar with the term starseed, look it up. That is the basic term that some of us use, that we know that we've lived other lifetimes as other beings. And there are people out there that talk about different races, what they value, or who they're like, or how they had a role in history and creating our race, or being on the earth, and the ancient alien theory, that kind of thing. But your home is Earth, which obviously we're here on Earth, but I want to say your higher self originates, you are an earthling. But that I also think that there are other homes, other planets that you have visited and you felt comfortable in. But there's something about the fact that Earth is your home, your basis. So you might actually be, there's also a theory that there are aliens and older races, like the Atlanteans and the Lemurians, that live underground. And that place is, I believe, called Argathia or Argatha. And so you may want to look that up too and see what that, if there's anything in there that kind of rings true for you that you find in that research. So I think that's part of the milestone, is you're going to discover more of your background, your history. There's even the world here, like this lady is like you love the world and the planet, the animals, the greenery, the whole, and mountains, and there's something about the earth you absolutely love, and this is home, or this is where you're going to call home from now on. Maybe you did originate as a different type of alien, a being. And I think you're interested in expanding humanity. I think that you're interested in expanding everyone's ideas of what is real and what isn't, or what reality is, or what is possible. And so this is a pretty big milestone, and with this groundedness, I feel like you're able to explain yourself in a much better way with this. Like, you've reached some kind of level that you're going to be able to express yourself freely and more eloquently and have more listeners, because maybe the things that you've said before were incoherent or didn't flow, and people were like, huh, what are you trying to say? Or outright, well, that's false, that's a lie, there's no way that could happen. There's a lot of people out there that are deniers of anything but their religion, so I'm sure you've faced some of that, and you possibly have grown up in that kind of situation, and so it's hard because the people around you, let's say you grew up in a very fundamental Christian society where they believe the earth is flat and was only 6,000 years old and will refuse to accept anything else. And that's frustrating because there's knowledge that you have and unexplainable, and it's hard for people to tell you you're full of crap when you know you're not. You have there's something that you know that is beyond you, and you need answers. So you've reached some kind of milestone that makes you, like, you've gone up a level spiritually, right? And you can now stand on your own 2 feet. You're grounded enough in the information that you can express. There's clarity in what you're saying. And if someone believes you or not, it doesn't matter, because you're speaking your truth, and that's what matters. All right, let's find out some more. Tell me more, Spirit, about Capricorn in June. What else should Capricorn know about June, Spirit? King of Wands, leadership. The Hermit, angel of reflection. Yeah, you're a leader of some kind. A leader of this information that's really only accessible by higher dimensional beings, including us humans who are a little more awake or a little more aware. There's probably a certain level threshold that you've gone to now that maybe you're more in the master versus pupil and learning and figuring things out spiritually. And you've definitely spent time reflecting on your own. But you know, you've gone from pupil to teacher, right? Leader. You're going to lead people into understanding things differently. We have the Magician, angel of magic. Okay, yeah, that's you. You have all the tools to create the life you want. Ace of Pentacles, abundance. Okay. New prospects, and Five of Pentacles, isolation. All right. I think that this card is just to let you know that there will probably still be times where you feel lonely, unheard, maybe uncared about. But it's okay. You're not going to be able to convince everybody of your knowledge and your wisdom. However, you have all the tools that you need to create magic in your life and even magic for others. You are a leader. I want to say some kind of spiritual leader that's going to lead people. And while right now, and maybe for a little while, I'm not sure how long, you'll be kind of isolated. But I don't think it's going to bother you too much. I think you've been on your own for a while. I think you also may have a connection with the animals of the earth, and maybe you have spirit guides or spirit animals or somebody around that you can always talk to and have support from the spiritual realm. But I also think that with this Ace of Pentacles and abundance, there may be something that you realize because you have the tools to manifest the things that you want. There may be a potential in earning money in that way. But I think it's going to take some time. I think just kind of the idea of it is going to come to you. You're going to, whatever, somehow maybe you realize because you have a connection to spirit that most people don't. Maybe you realize you can, channel. That's the word I'm looking for. And maybe there's a way it dawns on you sometime towards the end of the month that I might be able to make money on this. And that's valid. And with abundance here, I want to say that this is spirit saying, yeah, you can. There's just going to be a time frame where you're probably not believed in. You'll be shut out. Like I was talking earlier, you may be, if you're from a very fundamental religion, you may be cast aside or cast out or, left out of your group that you've grown up with, or the people that they might cast you out or that kind of thing. But don't get discouraged. You still need to walk your own path, and spirit will be right there with you. And there's nothing that can take away the clarity or the groundedness that you have learned and know. You've spent too much time alone and in reflection and understanding and trying to reach this milestone that no matter who turns their back or casts you out, it's not going to stop you. And you've got what it takes to move forward on your own and then find your own soul group, your soul tribe, and go forward from there and help teach humanity. All right, let's get one last message, please, for Capricorn spirit for the month of June. No, I don't want to add that. No. That just fell out. One last piece of advice for Capricorn, please, Spirit. 2 fell over. All right, I'll take it. That's the artwork for that one. And it says, acquire gratitude for life itself. I think you do. And this is Spirit saying, good job, that, you know, they're acknowledging that you you do have gratitude for life. And especially through this milestone and through this process and expansion and growth, you definitely have gratitude for life. Home, earth, the animals, earth. You do have a lot of gratitude for life, all of Earth's life, not just humans and not just other intelligent beings. And then that's the artwork for the second one. And it says, know thyself. It is the most important task that you have, which is, yes, that's the milestone. It's like you reach that point where you really know who you are and there's clarity. And like I said, with you can ground it and you can express it and be heard, be seen, not just like whatever you're talking, you know, you're not being tossed aside, you're not being diminished, you're not being dismissed. Whether people believe you or not, you're being heard, right? You've reached that milestone, you've reached that level that, like I said, you're like a level up. And people will listen, and you're a leader. And you've earned it. You've worked really hard, and you're creating the life and or world, the world as a whole, if not just your social group or your community, to make it a better place. Even though people don't like you for it and may, like I said, cast you out from their group for it. Okay, Capricorn, I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.